Okay, well, I will officially open this public hearing as of now. Gary, would you read those in the record, sir?
Okay, the first letter was sent by Delane Flomer, City Council members. I'm trying to understand how the city can justify an 11% property tax increase and not look at cost-cutting measures first. As an employee at the University of Idaho who has been through several holdbacks and budget reductions, I have had to endure 4 years without a raise. When I finally do get a small raise, our school district managed to take every penny and then some. Now you plan on digging deeper into a paycheck that already does not stretch far enough. I find it pretty hard to stomach that our city employees are scheduled to receive a COLA and an average 3.5% increase to get their salaries moved closer to market. Great, my salary is well below market, and we are pretty much told that market will never happen. Driving city employee wages toward market is not a necessity, paren your first cost-cutting measure. I've read through your budget summary for 2015, and it suggests that Moscow is being reasonable because our average city tax leverage is less than that of surrounding cities. It seems to play down the fact that Moscow is the highest tax city in comparison to surrounding cities when you factor in all of our taxes. There must be something the city can give up, as I certainly know I am within my own family budget. It really seems our local economy is not doing that well. We can't even support a car dealership. I elected each of you because I thought that maybe as a group you would have a better pulse on how our local economy is doing and start making our city departments look deep and see where costs could be cut. This council group seems to be business as usual when compared to the old council. I'm asking each of you to rethink this and find a way to reduce the proposed tax increase that is being requested. I'm tired of going backwards. Secondly, from Linda Paul, dear friends, please ask Stephanie to read the following short message into the record on Monday night's budget hearing. I regret I cannot attend in person to make those comments. To the City Council on the topic of the 2015 proposed city budget. I'm aware the Council has proposed in its revenue proposals for fiscal year 2015 to help fund a proposed public restroom in Friendship Square by assessing each farmers market vendor $5 each Saturday for this purpose. First consideration of the funding of this idea is premature because of the design discussion citing in compliance with the proposal with the overall community design of downtown has not been available for public discussion and comment. While the idea of a public restroom is good when its design and location pose a number of important issues for downtown generally and the weekly Moscow's Farmers Market in particular, none of this has received a wide comprehensive discussion. For example, the current siting of waste receptacles adjacent to the fountain on the east side of Friendship Square is inappropriate and frankly an eyesore. Secondly, the funding ignores the fact that many others throughout the week would be users of a public restroom beyond the customers in the market. Third, the farmers market is a public market, one that is similar to other public facilities and recreation like parks, the swimming pool, etc. We certainly do not tack on a $1 fee for swimmers or people who use the park. Finally, this project needs more comprehensive public involvement at all levels, including design, public discussion, consideration of funding, and other issues that citizens have given the prominence of its siting in the very heart of Moscow. Please delete the restroom proposal from this year's funding plans and give the public the opportunity to have a broad discussion of the project before final decisions are made. Those are the two communications that we've received.
Okay, thank you. Usually on a public hearing I do the ones for and then general comments and opposed. And with this being the budget, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up as we go along here for anybody who wants to make public comment. What I would ask is if you come to the podium, please state your name and your address, and we will give you 3 minutes, and please stay within that. So anybody is welcome to come forward.
Victoria Seaver, 121 North Lily, Moscow. Thank you, Mr. Reedner, for your thorough budget presentations on July 14th and August 4th. I especially appreciated the second one regarding city salary increases. Step grades, COLAs, performance evaluations, factor job positions, and so forth were very relatable to me with my 30-year work background. Thank you, council members, for carefully considering the budget. I also appreciate all the work that city personnel go through to formulate the budget. I am speaking tonight specifically in support of salary increases for city employees. I expect you will approve salary increases as presented, but as you have stated, you wish taxpayers to speak up, so here's my point of view. Yes, sometimes the knee-jerk reaction is, I'm not getting any kind of salary increase, why should they? Or more fairly, how am I supposed to pay for it? I usually work past that as long as we aren't all in severe, dire straits. We will not recover the economy and move forward by pulling each other down. These are not bonuses. They are only given for a job done well because the city challenges its people to do better and not just barely do the job. And they are designed into the salary structure in order to bring employees up to market value and as fair compensation for work performance. In essence, they are monies owed. Salary increases won't break the budget. My personal experience with city personnel is that they convey their services to us with commitment and proficiency. Failure to retain good employees due to lagging salaries generates additional costs by overburdening remaining personnel with double duty or services not being rendered, and a lot of man hours and funds being directed toward recruitment and training that could have gone toward services. As pointed out, if the public supported other issues such as school bonds, where residents have voted to increase their taxes for what they believe is good value, then that would indicate that we will pay for something when it matters to us. I appreciate having working sewer systems and wonderful parks and all kinds of city services and amenities. I think we have a fine city, and that is largely due to its personnel. They have put their trust in a system that should bring their salaries up to snuff as quickly as it is able to. I will recommend that the council always remain vigilant with our dollars. I don't automatically vote for a bond just because it's for the schools or anything else. But I believe that solid investment in value and good people is the direction to go. Don't tax me into bankruptcy. If I don't have a house, you don't get taxes. I've never forgotten a news interview 25, 30 years ago where seniors were losing their homes because they couldn't afford increasing taxes. Be fair, be wise, be long-range thinking every time you can, and in this budget for city salaries, I say, pay the man and pay the woman. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Come on up. Please state your name and address, sir.
Yes, my name is Mike Bowman. I live at 463 Indian Hills Drive. Mr. Mayor and Councilman, I'm concerned about 11% increase. And I want to make it clear that I support the police department. I feel that they're doing a fabulous job. I have questions about the airport when we've got a very adequate all-weather airport 30 miles away, particularly putting that much money in this economy into our airport. The other thing that I am concerned about is, has a sales tax been considered? I've been willing to pay my share of the increase and, well, improving our city. I'm very much in favor of that. But I'd like to have the transits that come through here share it also. And so I hope that I misunderstood the 11% increase, and I will certainly get a copy of the tax budget and be better informed on that end. But I am against that. It's going to hurt. I'm on a fixed income, and I'm a retiree. I thank you for your service. I thank you for listening to us. And, well, we'll see where we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. As we move through the night, folks, too, we'll comment on some of these questions and concerns and hopefully have some of those answers. And we'll continue on. We're going to continue on, Wayne, for others to come up and talk, because we'll have time to discuss all this.
My name is Josh Wilson, 2506 Castleford. When I saw in the paper that there was a possible increase, I've lived here for 4 years, and I've gotten a million things in my head today what I was going to say here. And I ask you guys to look at it. You're business leaders and leaders in the community, and as your business unit runs, you're asking for an 11.5% increase for your business unit of the city. If you can drag in residents and businesses that are growing their business at 11.5%, I think you'd get a lot of support for this. But I find it hard in this environment, in this community, that 11.5% increase is necessary. You should look to the county. You've asked for help, I believe, in the paper. A gentleman asked. We're looking for ideas. Maybe we should look to the county. Love the police, think they do a great job, but maybe we should look at pairing what the police are paid in the city of Moscow versus what they're paid in the county. There is quite a difference there. With the runway, there's an airport in Lewiston, there's an airport in Spokane. I travel 2 or 3 times a year. They're just as equivalent. And to spend possibly, as Mr. Seed said, up to $6 million to put the city on the hook for, when we don't even have fully paved roads in the city, I believe is a disservice to the residents here versus an airport. With that, thank you for your time, and I hope you guys make the wise decisions, leaders. Thank you.
Thank you.